You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Support us by becoming a member today. Memberships just start at $10 per month. You can actually save money by getting the annual plan. When you actually sign up to become a member, you get a 7-day free trial. You get access to member videos and also our Friday member stream that we have every single Friday as well. You can also donate to us if you would like. $1, $5, $20, whatever you guys want to give. And don't forget about the merch. We're running our Easter sale now. 15% off everything in the merch store, including our Black and White Sports 2 hat, Patriots 1776 shirt, of course, our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition shirt with the America 250 flag on the back. It's our best-selling shirt. We also have matching hoodies, zip-up hoodies. We have sports backpacks, sports hats, other hats as well, and coffee mugs. But if you are a paying member to the website, you get 25% off your entire order. Well, guys, it seems like the world is waking up to the transgender invasion of women's sports. Now, a few years back, I actually did videos on this darts player. It was actually a female darts player that was protesting because she had to compete against a man identifying as a woman. She actually went through the routine, and doing the right before they actually started, she actually said, "Nah, I'm not going to play," in protest. And then like a few days later, she was actually awarded a win by another organization, some other people. Whereas the transgender actually ended up winning by default. Yes, the invasion of women's sports was a real thing. And slowly but surely, folks, is starting to die off. These governing organizations, guys, they're realizing, hey, this stuff isn't selling. It isn't selling. People don't like this. Now, if you actually said something about this, 3-4 years ago, you were called a bigot. You were called a transphobe. But guess what, folks? People have trans fatigue. They're done. And even the governing bodies are saying, all right, enough is enough. Today, guys, we got some big news here. The transgender, I believe a 6-time champion, has now retired. Now, the governing body didn't make him retire. He just decided, you know what, since they actually banned me from participating against women, I'm retiring. Yeah, didn't want to compete against men. Only wanted to compete against the females. Funny how that works, right? Well, we also have a video clip of this person pretty much in tears, melting down because he can no longer play against the women. That is a wrap on his career. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Here we go. So right over here on Breitbart, male dart throwers banned from female tournaments by sports governing body. Common sense has returned. It's returning to sports at large. Now here in the U.S., man, it's only like pockets of places that are actually allowing the trans invasion to continue, like on a state and local level. But on a national level, and these national governing bodies or world governing bodies, they said, no, we're not going to do it anymore. Let's read this. It says the governing body, which oversees professional dart throwing, has banned males from competing in the female category at any of its competitions. The Darts Regulation Authority, DRA for short, announced on Thursday that it had completed a review of its policy after last year's Supreme Court ruling. The rule changes most immediate impact will be the disqualification of the Dutch thrower Noah Lynn van Leuven. This man caused international controversy by competing in a women's category at the 2024 World Championships. Van Leuven has had quite the tour de force since competing in the women's ranks. He has won 6 titles in the women's division since 2022. Unsurprisingly, Van Leuven was critical of the DRA's decision, categorizing it as another huge hit for the trans community. Yeah, so we actually got the clip here, guys. This dude is almost in tears. Yeah, a complete meltdown, folks. Let's go ahead and watch this. Here we go.
I just got an email. Apparently, I just got retired. Not by choice, but because I'm no longer allowed to compete. The DRA just decided that trans women are no longer allowed in women's events.
Yeah.
Which basically means I'm out. I've worked so damn hard for years just to get here. I showed up, I competed, I respected the sport, every game, every single day. And now, with just one decision, I'm being told I don't belong anymore. This isn't just about me. This is another huge hit for the trans community, especially after recent decisions made by the IOC. Every day it's getting harder and harder for trans people just to exist, to compete. If you think this stops with me, it doesn't. We just want to be.
Wow. He was at a loss of words right there. Now, you notice some of the framing on the words he was actually using, saying, I don't belong, that kind of thing. They're not stopping you from competing in darts. You just must compete against males because you are a male. It's absolutely astonishing, guys, that these people continue to do this. It's really astonishing, folks, that it actually went on for as long as it did. For the longest time, man, all these sports governing bodies were getting super woke. They were getting super woke. But the trans invasion, man, of women's sports, it's dying. It is dying on a world and national level. Only like on a state or local level, this stuff exists. These governing bodies, man, aren't letting it happen. Now, he also brings up the IOC. The IOC said, no, there will be no trans invasion of women's sports at the LA Olympics. That's a wrap, man. That's a wrap. And I do believe, folks, that these governing bodies never believed in this trans invasion stuff. They never did. But they didn't want to stop it because, 3-4 years ago, if you tried to stop it, you were called all kind of names. You were called bigoted. You were called a transphobe. They're going to take you to court. They're going to sue you. Remember, Will Thomas, man, tried to get actually filed a lawsuit to actually try and compete in the Olympics. Guess what? Failed big time. So the trans invasion, man, the woke activists, they're losing court cases. They haven't been successful whatsoever in trying to invade women's sports anymore. Yeah, it's dying, man. It's dying. We're going to look back, probably like our kids or whatever are going to look back, next 30, 40 years are going to be like, what in the world was going on between 2020 and 2024, 25? What you guys are doing was insane. How in the world were you actually letting men invade women's sports? Yeah, we lost our way, but we're finding our way back, folks. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.